What? Oh, sorry. I thought I was watching Bloodlines again and fell asleep. If that doesn't set up how I feel about the show, it should, because it's boring. Let me just say that right now. You can skip the rest of the video, I guess, because I told you what it's like, but I will back it up with evidence. So this show has a good rating on Netflix, and I'm going to be honest. When I watched the first episode, I didn't want to watch anymore. But I was like, all right, all right, all right. The actors are good. The cinematography is beautiful. And there's a compelling enough, we will not show you this till the end clip. And they're trying to get you to, like, they're showing you the last scene from the last episode. They're like, here you go. You will watch the end so you can see how this makes sense. And I did that. Let me just tell you, it took me a year and a half to watch this because I just gave up halfway through and had to come back to it. But this show is too long. Every episode is an hour, and you feel it. With a good show, even a drama or a mystery, you just shouldn't feel that it's an hour long. And with this, oh my gosh, I felt it so bad. I'm just like, oh, please stop this because I don't need to see this anymore. Character development is a big thing with me. If you haven't watched my other reviews, then you just need to understand that I am big on character development. If a character is the same from season 1, episode 1 to the last episode of that season, and you don't give me quality reasons why that character is a stunted person, then I will be very upset because I want to see the characters grow because they're human, and if they stay the same the whole time, they're stale. There's something about them that I'm just like, excuse me, no, stop. Bad character. Bad. It's supposed to be better than that by now, or worse. I'll take either as long as it's believable. Don't go from a superhero to a supervillain in one episode. It's a slow growth of something, so I believe you. Anyways, besides character development, there are just the things. The story, the ending. Just, I'm not going to spoil it, because I'm not here to do that for you. If you want to watch this, you will watch it. But the ending. Don't build it up in your head, because they tell you pretty much from the beginning, the first episode, what might happen at the end, and you're like, all right, I'm here to watch for a great reason why that might happen, and by the last episode, I'm not convinced that it was worth the journey. I'm like, no thank you, that story was not worth it. There are so many ways you could have gone for this ending, and you just went with the worst one. I mean, what? It's like if you ate a cookie and you're like, I'm not eating this for the quality of the cookie. I'm not eating it because it's good tasting or the bad taste. None of that stuff. I'm going to eat it because whatever, I'm going to eat it. I don't think that was a very good description or analogy, and I'm sorry, but hopefully you get the point. You don't eat something just to eat it. Just like you don't do something just to say, okay, we did it. That's the end of season 1. I could rant about the show. I really could, because I feel like it was legitimately a waste of my time. By the end of season 1, the story was done. It was beaten to death, done. There were so many filler episodes. They could have, since there was no character development, they could have easily finished the season in 6 episodes, 6 hour-long episodes. That's still 6 hours, guys. And they could have done that. But instead, they doubled it, I'm pretty sure, and made it 12 episodes. I forget how many episodes it was just that bad. And I'm like, all right, just shoot me now, please. And in the last episode, I'm not going to say any specifics, but I'm just going to tell you right now, they did something. And it's not what you're going to think they did, because it's a twist in the last episode. And in the first 20 seconds, before this twist appeared, I'm like, you know what made this show really bad? If they, and I said it to myself, and they did it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had more respect for this show than I did right then, and then they just shot it all. I'm like, all right, I know I didn't like this show from the beginning, but I had respect for the quality of a decent story, at least, and characters that were at least, I don't know. I just had more respect for it. When they did that, I was like, oh, okay. Guys, don't watch this. If you're really bored out of your mind and you've watched every movie on the planet and every TV show on the planet, then watch this, I guess. But I would rather have been spending my days outside. I would rather gone and met people in the real world than watch this fake family. Please take my word for it. I don't recommend this. I don't understand how there's a season 2. There's only a season. I'm going to tell you right now. There's only a season 2 because of the last 5 minutes of season 1. It was over. The entire story was over, and in those last 5 minutes, they're like, I was like, whoa, what? This is why there's season 2? This is why there's a season 2? No. And even there's two reasons it's coming back. In those last 5 minutes, 2 things happen. One is maybe good for half a season. Maybe even good for 1 episode. They could have had 1 more episode and cleared up that one. The other reason they add to justify a second season, I'm like, excuse me, what? No one really cares about that. Why is that even a thing? It's like, it's not a legitimate reason to have a second season. It's like if someone stubbed their toe and it's like, oh, my family didn't know I stubbed my toe. And they're like, oh, that's a whole season explaining why your family's angry. You didn't tell them you stubbed your toe. I'm not even kidding. That's exactly how that goes down in the last episode. Not the toe stubbing part, but pretty much along those lines. You're like, how is that justification for a second season? I'll give you some good points for this, though. The actors are great. They convincingly play their poorly developed characters. And the characters are good. If I watched the first 2 episodes, maybe 3, and had to judge the show with this, I would say the acting is great, the characters are great, I can't wait to see where they go, and they don't go. Anyways, do I recommend this? No. Hard pass. Hard pass. Watch BoJack Horseman or Grace and Frankie. I've reviewed those shows. Check them out in the description. I give a lot more praise to those shows than I did this one. I feel like I beat this one to death, and I apologize for that. But I don't recommend it. I just don't recommend it. I am praying that season 2 surprises me, but I don't have high hope for it. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to say Bloodlines or Bloodline. I forget. Whatever. Don't watch it unless you're really desperate or drunk or both. Just don't watch it. I'll see you guys in the next episode of reviewing movie, TV show, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just really depressed right now about having to talk about this show. Oh my gosh, it was 12 episodes long. I'll see you guys in the next video thing. Like, subscribe, comment. If you watched this and you liked it, I'm sorry for trashing your show. So please don't leave a dislike. I have my own opinions. And goodbye, guys. I'll see you in the next one.